Hello, all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate how to handle checked exceptions in Java. So, how to handle checked exceptions in Java. There is only one way to handle the exceptions in Java. There is only there is only one way to handle the exceptions in Java, whether they are checked exceptions, whether they are checked exceptions or unchecked exceptions. Unchecked exceptions. So what is that way? There's only one way to handle the exceptions in Java, whether they are checked exceptions or unchecked exceptions. So what is the way? Using try catch blocks. Only one way, guys. In Java, there is only one way. Okay. There is no other way, whether it is checked exceptions or unchecked exceptions. If you have to handle the exceptions, whether they are checked or unchecked, you have to use try catch blocks. So let me practically demonstrate how to use these try catch blocks for handling the checked exceptions in Java. Okay. So for that, I'll switch to this Eclipse IDE. Here, I'm going to create a new class. So I'll just name this class with some random name with main method. And here inside this main method, I'm going to create an object for a predefined class in Java, which will fall under which will give you a checked exception. Okay. So that is file reader. File reader is one of the predefined classes we have in Java. And this concept of file reader falls under the file handling mechanism in Java that I'm going to cover in the upcoming sessions. Okay. For now, we are simply going to create an object for this one of the predefined class in Java known as file reader to experience that checked exception. Okay. But I'll explain more about this file reader as part of file handling mechanism topic in the upcoming sessions. Like this, if I create an object for the file reader class, if I create an object for this file reader class, hover the mouse on this file reader and select this import file reader from java.io package. And here before that, you can also give a file. Okay. So here under the project, you create a file and you can specify the path of the file here in the file reader. First of all, let me import this file reader from java.io package. And after that in double quotes, so if I don't provide anything in the file reader, hover the mouse, you see here we need to give the string path of the file in the string format or object of the file or many other ways are there. I'll prefer this file string. As part of string, I have to give double quotes and inside this I need to give the path of a particular file that I want to read into this Java program. So do I have any files in this particular project? No, right? Let me create a new folder. Under this project, let me create a new folder. I'll just name this folder as files folder. Just give any name, files folder. Under this files folder, I'm going to create a new file. I'll just name this file as, I'll just say new file and here abc.txt file I'm creating, a text file I'm creating with extension .txt. The name of the file is abc. Click on finish. The moment I create this, you see abc.txt file got created. Here I'm going to write a sample statement. Okay. This is a statement one. Okay. Like this. And if I save this, I'll close this. And here inside this, I need to give the path of this file, guys. Inside this, I need to give the path of this file. How to give the path of this particular abc.txt file, which is there in this project. So this particular thing is in, all these things I'll cover in the upcoming session. But for now, to give the path, guys, to give the path of this file, I'll right click on this particular file and select properties. And here, this is the path of this file, guys. Okay, I can copy this. I can copy the full path and I can provide that file path here like this. Okay, I can provide the file path like this. That's also fine. Okay, so that's the way. Or there's one more thing like, if this particular file is directly available under the project directly, okay, and not under the files folder, but if this particular file is directly available under the project, I can simplify this path, okay? I can simplify this path instead of giving this lengthy path. What I can do here is I'll delete this files folder and file. And here directly under the project, I'll create a new file with the name abc.txt file. And in this, I'll write this is a sample statement. This sample statement and save this file. Now I created this abc.txt file directly under the project. Since this particular file is directly under the project, here I don't have to give the full path. I can give abc.txt file. Okay, directly I can give abc.txt file. So under the project. So here I can add few things like, you know, like path of the project. All those things I'll cover later, guys. All these things I'll cover later. So one way is that you can give the full path. This will become lengthy, okay? This will become lengthy, or you can directly give the path. Fine. Let's go with this style for now. So let's create, I created an object for the file reader class and I have given the path of this abc.txt file here. Okay, the full path I have given. The full path of the abc.txt file. I'll explain more about this path and everything in file handling mechanism. But despite of giving this particular path, despite of giving this particular path of the file, if I hold the mouse, you see the error is earlier what happened when I have not provided the path here. When I have not provided the path here, when I hold the mouse, I was getting different kind of compiler error saying that constructor file reader is undefined. You have to follow one of them. So I chose this string one and I provided the path in double quotes. Okay, string path in double quotes of the file. But still the error is not going. The reason behind that is, as already covered in the previous session that Java compiler is now suggesting that there is a possibility of an exception. This is a checked exception. Okay. Even though I have given the correct path of this abc.txt file here, but Java compiler doesn't know whether at this particular file path, we have the required file or not. What if this file is not available? It's suspecting, guys. Java compiler is suspecting that there is a possibility if in case there is some mistake in this path of this file, then we cannot read from that file. So then we have to get an exception in the output, right? Generally. So before that, while writing the code itself, Java compiler is suggesting that this particular line may result in an exception if this path is wrong. Okay, may result in an exception if this path is wrong. That is file not found exception. So hover the mouse and it's suggesting that unhandled exception type file not found. Okay, here I may have given a right path, but what if this path is wrong? What if, okay, there is some mistake in this path? Then there will be a possibility of an exception, right? An error in the output, right? So that Java compiler is suggesting in advance. That's why this particular exception, file not found exception, will fall under the checked exception category. Doesn't matter whether this is right path or wrong path. What if it is wrong? Java compiler will think that what if this particular path is wrong? And what we have to do if that is a situation where the path is wrong, so we have to suggest the user that who is writing the program that what if this particular path is wrong, better to handle the exception. In case if this path is wrong, handle it. Okay, handle the exception. If not wrong, not a problem, right? We can put it's suggesting me here over the mouse, you see, it's suggesting me to surround with try catch block. So manually I can write try, I'll put this inside the try block. This particular line, which may result in a, uh, you know, file not found exception, checked exception. As part of handling, there's only one way of handling in Java, exceptions in Java, that is using try catch block. Here I'll write the catch block. Which type of exception, guys? File not found exception. So I'll create an object reference for file not found exception. Let's see what will happen. Over the mouse on this file not found exception. Okay, there's a mistake or something here. Change to file. Where did I do the mistake? It's file not found. Yeah, here there is a mistake. Excepp. I have to write P. Okay, over the mouse. Now import this file not found exception from java.io package. Imported. You see? And here I'll write file not available at the given path. So what is the advantage of handling this exception? If there are any lines of code after this particular line, if this particular line will result in an exception, the program will stop here itself, right? So it's a checked exception. So Java compiler is suggesting in advance before you run the code itself, Java compiler is suggesting that there is a possibility of file not found exception. What if the particular path is wrong? It's better you handle the exception in advance so that if in case a path is wrong, it will be handled and remaining lines of the code. Okay. Program continues. And here I'll write system.out.println end of this program, end of this program. What if there is a problem in this path? The path is wrong. Okay, the path to this particular file is wrong. There's a possibility of the exception. If the exception comes, then handle it. Otherwise, you don't worry. If the exception comes, anyhow, you are handling it using try catch block, and because of the handling, if the path is wrong also, the exception will be file not found exception will be handled, and the remaining lines of the code will get executed. That's what is the thing that Java compiler is suggesting us, okay, to handle the exception in advance, because there is a possibility of getting this kind of exception in this kind of situation. There is a possibility to say. It's not saying that compulsory you'll get exception. It's saying that there is a possibility of the exception. Better to handle it in advance. That too, it's suggesting before you run the code. For arithmetic exception, array index out of bounds exception, Java compiler is not suggesting. But in this case, for few types, okay, for few types of exceptions, Java compiler will suggest in advance before you run the code. So as a good thing or good practices, as part of implementing the better practices while writing the code, you have to surround that things using try catch block, okay, in advance. So if the path is wrong, it will handle the exception. If the path is not wrong, it will continue, right? It will run this line, it will skip the catch block and go with the remaining lines of the code. Now run this code and see that program continues. End of this program means there's no problem. Okay, the catch block, we didn't went to the catch block because the path is right only. Okay, so just for you know backup purpose, we are handling the exception. Okay, as a good practice, we are handling the exception. Now, what if the path is wrong? For example, here instead of ABC, I'll add abcd.txt. I'm just giving abcd.txt, guys. Okay, instead of writing abc, I'm giving here abcd.txt. That abcd.txt file is not available at this particular location in the project. So if I run this code, what will happen? Right click, run as Java application. This time the path is wrong. Intentionally, I'm giving the path as wrong to explain or show you what will happen when the path is wrong. Okay. So right click, run as Java application, and see that when the path is wrong, you see file not available at the given path got printed. That means the exception, file not found exception has been thrown here. Object of the file not found exception has been thrown, and that is handled by the catch block, and because of which the code inside the catch block got executed like file not found at the file not available at the given path. File not available at the given path got printed as part of handling the exception, and remaining lines of the code, that is program continues and end of this program got printed. Remaining lines of the code like program continues and end of this program got printed, right? So so this is how we can handle the checked exceptions in Java, whether it is checked exceptions or unchecked exceptions. Only way to handle the checked or unchecked exceptions in Java is by using the try catch block. In this case, if I don't handle the checked exception, you see, if I don't handle unchecked exception, for example, if I say int a is equal to 9 divided by 0, if I don't handle this unchecked exception, what will happen, guys? Am I getting any compiler error? No, I'm not getting any compiler error here. I'm not getting any compiler error here. If I'm not handling this unchecked exception, because Java compiler is not suggesting me that there is a possibility of arithmetic exception here. That's why it's called as an unchecked exception. So what will happen if I run the code directly in the output? I'll get I'll get the runtime error called as error, arithmetic exception error. I'll get in the output. But here I will be able to run the code. I'll be able to run this particular code in case of this unchecked exception. But since I have knowledge that okay, when you are trying to divide a number by something, it's better you surround with try-catch block. Even though Java compiler is not suggesting, I'll surround this with try-catch block so that if in case the exception comes, the exception can be handled and the program execution will continue. That you already know. But in case of this, but in case of this, but in case of this checked exception, if I don't handle the exception, okay, in case of this checked exception, if I don't handle the exception, okay, otherwise I'll do one thing. I'll just comment it for a while. In case of this checked exception, if I don't surround with try catch block, during the compile time itself, I'm getting the error. Will I be able to run the code, guys? If I don't handle this checked exception, that's only the difference between unchecked exception and checked exception. Okay. So in case of unchecked exception, even though Java compiler is not suggesting that there's a possibility of exception in case of unchecked exception, but I can run the code without worrying whether the exception will come or not. Okay, I can run the code in case of unchecked exception because Java compiler is not suggesting that there is a possibility of exception. So no compiler error while writing the code. So I can directly run the code. I'll experience the error if it has to come in the output, directly in the output. But in case of checked exception, I cannot even run the code. You see, it's compulsory for me to handle the exception using the try catch block. I need to compulsory handle. But in case of unchecked exception, it's not compulsory for me to handle the exception using try catch block. The exception may directly come in the output. But here, it will not allow me to run. The program will give me a compiler error. It's compulsory for me to handle the exception. Otherwise, I'll get this kind of compiler error. With this compiler error, I cannot run the code. So I have to handle it. The only way is that I have to handle it using the try catch block because Java compiler is strictly suggesting me to handle the exception. So I have to surround it with try catch block and handle it for sure, compulsory. Before I run the code itself, I have to handle it. But in case of unchecked exception, since the Java compiler is not suggesting that there is a possibility of the exception, so no compiler error. If I run the code and in the output, if I find the error, then I'll come here to the code and handle the exception if I have to by using try catch block for the unchecked exceptions. Okay, before running the code, I don't have to handle that. Handling of the code of the unchecked exceptions is not compulsory before you run the code. Okay, it's optional. After you run the code, if you decide to handle it, you can put try catch block for your reasons to continue the code. But in case of checked exceptions, it's compulsory for you to handle the checked exceptions. Otherwise, you'll get this kind of compiler errors. So hope guys you understood how to handle the checked exceptions and what will happen if you don't handle the checked exceptions. So if you don't handle the okay, if you don't handle the checked exceptions, the Java compiler will give you a compiler error. Because of this compiler error, we won't be able to run the because of this compiler error, we won't be able to run the Java code. Okay, so it becomes mandatory for us to handle the checked exceptions, handle the checked exceptions using try catch blocks. Okay, that's what all about handling the checked exceptions in Java. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.